This right here is called a clearing turn, okay? Before you do any maneuver, all right, slow flight, power on, power off stall, steep turns. Before you do any maneuver, you want to clear the area. Make sure no one's around you, okay? Now, what heading are you going to?
360.
And what altitude?
2,000.
Perfect. All right, great job. You did it there. We're at 2,000, 360. Great job. All right, and while you was turning, I was looking outside. Were you looking outside as well?
Yes.
Perfect. So he's making sure no one's around. I don't see anybody around. I'm going to give a radio call, let people know that we are above Caladesi Island, headed northbound. All right.
So what's a good cruising speed?
Right here, actually. This is a really good speed. So you're at 95 knots, 2,200 on RPM. We're cruising. We can go, heck, we can go back up to Atlanta if you want to. We have enough gas for it. All right.
Can make it in one trip?
Yeah, when I flew up to Atlanta for the hurricane, it was one trip. Clearwater traffic, Warrior 43214 is at 2,000 west of Honeymoon Island, headed northbound, doing slow flight. Clearwater traffic. All right. So, my controls for a moment.
Your controls.
My controls. All right. So, great job. It's trimmed out well. You did good there. So, and you're not fighting yourself, right? You're not overexerting yourself. All right, that's very important when it comes to flying. You don't want to overexert yourself. You don't want to get too tired too quickly. So now I'm going to get us in slow flight. All right, remember what we talked about on the ground? It's the reverse region of command, okay? So in order to begin slow flight, I need to make sure that our speed is what? Slow, right?
Yes.
So you see this airspeed right here? You see this white tape? We need to be within this white tape before we introduce our flaps, all right? So I'm going to slow us down, but I need to maintain 2,000, okay? So in order to slow us down one and maintain 2,000, I'm going to reduce the throttle, and then I'm also going to add some back pressure in the yoke, all right? That right there is going to slow us down as well as maintain 2,000 for us, okay? Watch. I'm going to slow us down to about 1,800 RPM. Still maintain that 360 heading?
Yes.
All right, see I'm slowing us down, and I'm adding a little bit of back pressure, about 1,800 RPM right there. And now we're in the flap extension range. You see that right there? And we're at 2,100. We didn't move. We're good there. All right, so now I can introduce one notch of flaps. All right. So now I'm slowing us down. Our airspeed is still decreasing, as you can see on both. And we're still maintaining that 2,100. All right. I'm going to give it a little bit of throttle because 1,800 is a really good RPM to maintain your altitude in slow flight. All right, so now, still in the flap extension range, now I'm going to introduce my second notch of flaps. Second notch of flaps, there it goes there. All right, so we're slowing down even more. Still maintaining our altitude, right? But we're just slowing down. And while we're doing this, we're still looking outside, making sure no one else is around. All right, we're making sure our heading is still at 360. All right, and we're slowing down. So now I'm going to introduce my last notch of flaps. There you go. All right, we're slowing down. Our altitude is still 2,100, and we're slowing down. Look at us. We're at 56 knots. We're going to slow us down. We're going to slow down a little bit more to about 50 knots. Still maintaining our heading. Our altitude is still consistent. All right, so again, we are at 53 knots airspeed. You see that? All right, and we're still maintaining 2,100. I'm going to give it a little bit of power because we are descending to tad. All right, but this right here is called slow flight. All right, this is the reverse region of command. So like we talked about on the ground, okay, if I want to increase my altitude, if I want to go to 2,300, what should we do?
2,300?
Yep.
That'd be going, you want to go up.
We want to go up, so how would I do that?
It'd be in reverse,
so
you'd be pushing forward.
So what would I do? What control would I do to do that?
Add more power.
Add more power, all right? So I'm going to go full power to start the climb, all right? And realize when I start the climb, I still need to maintain slow flight, all right? So I'm climbing now. You see that vertical speed? And look at my speed. I'm climbing at 53 knots. So this is still considered slow flight. However, I'm climbing, all right?
Okay.
Again, looking outside, making sure that ball is in the center. That's very important in slow flight, okay? And so, yep, that means you're coordinated. So I'm coming up on 2,300. So now I'm gonna reduce that throttle back to 1,800. All right, still keeping that slow flight speed. We're at 2,300, 1,800 RPM. We're gonna keep this altitude now. All right, and we're still maintaining slow flight, 52 knots. Clearwater traffic, Warrior 4314 is south of Anclo Key at 2,300 doing slow flight.
Clear traffic.